Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers knockoff review thanks to the team at TF Direct. In today's video we're taking a look at the Black Mamba Bottleneck. This is the LS-02 police car, aka Barricade. Nice artwork there on the front of the box. Spinning the box around we have a bottleneck on the back with all of his additional paint applications, and we have his giant wheel weapon, and it says Barricades on the side. And here we have him out of his plastic prison. Instantly you notice the additional paint applications. He's painted up in a way that I would have expected the MPM-5 Barricade to be painted. It's a very high gloss. All of the fine details are really made to pop on this guy. They've really kind of shown us what Takara could have done with that additional implementation of paint. He still has that exact same proportion that we got with the MPM-5. It's just the added detail really does make him look leaps and bounds closer to his CGI counterpart. Straight out of the package he comes already transformed up into his robot mode. All you need to do is just split the tires on his arms. He does come with the same spinning wheel weapon that we get with the official Barricade, and it's done in a slightly different color, but I'll get into the color changes as we compare the two in hand. We also get this stand. Can't figure out what it's for on Barricade, so I can only assume that this is a flight stand for Nitrogen Ares, who I don't have at the moment. I will be getting him again, but I traded him off. It was a deal I couldn't pass up on, so I've traded him off for a Mecha Hulk. If any of you know me and my Marvel Legends collecting, I absolutely adore Hulk, so I couldn't pass that up, but I will get another one in the future. But for now, I shall just guesstimate that this is for him. This is absolutely stunning. Really, really lovely, glossy black that they've used. The outlining on police is really crisp. The paint applications themselves are nigh on impeccable. Now, for those of you that are unaware, LT, the Legendary Toys, and these Black Mamba Productions versions, from what I understand, are made in the same factory. So if you own a Legendary Toys figure, then you'll know what to expect from these Black Mamba. Love this purple they've used. Now, they've gone with the purple, much the same as what Prime Studios did with their version of Barricade, whereas the Hasbro Takara version went with that blue and black detailing. Now here we have both variations of the figure. We have the official and we have the Black Mamba. Now, as you can see, I've dug deep and got his roll bar out on the front here. As standard, he comes with it folded away, which I believe is the correct transformation, although some of the product shots you see have this tucked away. I think it's completely optional. Personally, I prefer it tucked away. I just think it looks cleaner. But yeah, I really like what they've done with it. The purple really does make him pop. Now, the additional sections that are spring-loaded we have are the toes. They are now spring-loaded. The arm flap is spring-loaded as well, so even if you mistransform it slightly, it will still always pad out that forearm. The head sculpt alone is absolutely gorgeous, and the additional paint applications really do make all of his features pop. And you can open and close the jaw as well, so he can talk if needed. It's not till you have them both in hand that you realise Takara and Hasbro, they've done a really good job with the sculpt, but it was just lost in amongst terrible paint applications. Absolutely glorious piece. The articulation remains the same, although they have added to the ratchets. The head can go up and down, we can go left and we can go right, and we can tilt side to side. We have ratchets going all the way around. We have, move this out of the way, we have ratchets going out to the side there. Love that one. We have a nice deep bend on that elbow. Really nice range on that. The waist does rotate left and right, no abdominal crunch. The legs can come this far forwards on a friction joint, this far back. They can come out to the side on a really nice ratchet joint there. These do tend to want to drop down either side to meet in the middle where the fold is. The knees can bend like so. There is an upper thigh rotation, although it's a very unnatural looking cut. I love this double joint on the knee, which gives us a nice kind of chicken leg stance, very in keeping with the likes of Starscream, etc. Forwards and backwards on the foot, no side to side, but we do have that ankle rocker, which allows for some really nice tilting. As strange as this might sound, but I could see people kind of army building, getting some of the MPM-5s, getting a couple of those in, or vice versa, and we can have one as the main kind of sergeant and the other ones as his troopers. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. And a few quick figures in there. For comparison, we have the Legendary Toys Bumblebee and we have Unique Toys Perukil. Loving my movieverse right now. And as for the spinning blade weapons, I mean, it is very minute. Maybe the Black Mamba one doesn't quite spin as nicely, I guess. And it is a different shade of plastic, but at the same time this is really loose, this isn't. So I think you win some and you lose some. I mean, the figure itself though, what a difference some paint can make. And if you choose to keep the roll bar section out of the way, you can just lift up from the groove piece here, that then folds down into that gap, and that's going to slide in. And that's the chest formation without the roll bar in position. And I just need to make sure this is pushed down. I'm not sure what I prefer really. I'm not sure if I prefer it hidden away or kind of on the front. Potato, I think. Now let's get our young Barricade here transformed up into his vehicle mode. The first port of action is we need to untab these hands, and the wrists come untabbed from the hands, and you want to just push those tires back together. Open up this back piece on the leg and bring that down. This neck piece here comes untabbed, really firmly secured in there. I mean, scary firm. We can then untab this piece here. That's going to fold down, and this is all going to form the front of the vehicle. The toes collapse like so, and the feet fold upwards. The top of the front windows come back around on a rocking hinge, and coming around to the shoulder sections, they are meant to drop down on that hinge piece, so they're now sunken into and level with the chest. Down to these legs, they just pull in at the waist and slide down, and we can just tab those both in nicely so they're nice and streamline, and we can just rotate the rear sections as well. So these are going to tab in, revealing our license plate, lights and exhausts. With all of this back piece detached, we can grab the bonnet section, and this is going to lift and rotate like so. And as we do so, Barricade's head can just slide on the inside there. These arm pieces will just rotate around, and they're going to tab in together. And first of all, there is a hinge on this arm which allows it to drop down lower into the torso. The top end of these wheels flip up, and they're just going to tab in to the top of the shoulder. We then have this police insignia section on here. If we open up the arm, untab our window piece, these wheels are on a slider, so make sure the wheels have slid all the way down on that slider. Bring the arm out and around. The police insignia will come out. Make sure that this hinge here is straight, and the police door will just come in, and there is a tab just on the front wing piece. As you can see, it's kind of starting to come together now. Bring this piece down, and this is going to flip all the way over. Push this down and bring the wheels all the way down on this hinge and in to that wheel section. The fists can then slide around past that wheel panel and onto there like so. Make sure the shoulder drops all the way down like so. Then we can sort out this front piece. We can bring these out of the way. This can now come all the way up to the front of the vehicle, and then we can start tabbing everything into position as well. So make sure these front pieces, make sure the headlamps are flicked upwards like so. The front fender comes around. The bonnet just tabs in like so. These windows can come down. This top piece comes unfolded. These may or may not be twisted. As standard, they do come as one single light bar, but you can untab them and have them facing upwards. But like I said, as standard, they do come like that. And then it's just a matter of sliding everything into place. There's a few tabs, but everything will tab in wonderfully. Once it's all in, these rear windows tab together, and then they tab in to that. They tab in together, and then they tab into that spoiler. Clicks on all of these joints, and then just finally make sure that this comes up and tabs in. And look at that. So we now have a very kind of stunning Barricade. All the wheels roll. Gorgeous paint scheme. Everything tabs in really firmly as well. We have the saline on the back there. We've got our license plate, and we have to punish and enslave. Not sure if that's a standard police deco, but it's a really nice vehicle. Very clean on the underside as well, and the purple really does pop. Love these kind of bold black outline along all of the text. And here we have them both together. You can see the noticeable differences, mainly just the paint applications. We do have more deco on the KO as well, albeit the Decepticon insignia is now missing from their badge. I don't know if the text at the back here is probably just a little bit less sharp than what we get with the official piece, but I do definitely prefer those smoked windows. But yeah, I think that's the only thing we're missing is the Decepticon insignia. The badge itself is a slightly different colour, and like I said, the text and font is pretty much the same. It's just not quite as bright as the official release. Just coming around to the tail section there as well. The license plate is actually slightly smaller font on the Black Mamba version, but all in all, both very nice figures. Barricade is a awesome character, one of my favorites. Again, you can see that this is slightly offset, not quite as square as I would like, but then again, I don't imagine that the official ones are exactly spot on. Like I said, Barricade was one of my favorite characters from the movie. I'm glad we now get a really nice interpretation of the figure. If you already own this figure, do you really need the Black Mamba version? Probably not, no. They are very similar indeed, and with a little bit of paint, you can make him pretty much identical. But if you are looking to get a Barricade and you don't have one yet, then personally, I would go with the Black Mamba. I prefer the paint apps. It does feel nigh on identical in hand. It's made exceptionally well, and I think it's great value for money. Just a quick scale comparison. Personally, I think he works really well with the Wei Zhang oversized MP10, and we actually have the regular MP10 behind him as well. Just give you an idea. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I do apologise for the abruptness of this video. It's kind of been overshadowed somewhat by the Lewin Resources Optimus Prime. That's kind of taken precedent at the moment. But this is a very nice figure. Very glad that I got it. I think it's great value for money. And as much as I love my Mecha Hulk that I got in my trade, I completely miss my Ares Nitrogen, so I think I may have to invest in another one to go alongside his comrade in arms. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, for myself and Barricade, goodbye.